What is the easiest starting point when it comes to exercise? Even if you're not fully committed to getting started, this video is for you. So I want you to grab some paper and a pen, and we're going to do a little brainstorming session together. My name's Andrea Nunn. I'm an exercise enthusiast, and I want you to stop feeling bad about not working out. Imagine not having to think about what you are going to do when you're going to exercise. Imagine not having to think about whether or not you are going to exercise. It just happened, always, seamlessly into your life. Imagine you have that perfect routine no matter what your day presents. When I say a perfect routine, I mean a routine that can fit into your day despite all the ins and outs of what happens on that particular day. I'm going to help you today find the easiest starting point when it comes to exercise. Have you got your pen and paper ready? Because what we're going to come up with today are your options, right? So the more options you have, to me, the more likely you are going to have that perfect option for that moment, for that day, no matter what happened both before and what's going to happen later. So get ready to be guilt-free when it comes to exercise. Okay, so let's get started with our papers and our pens, and I just want you to write things down. Don't worry about any, grammar and things like that. Just write some words down, and you're going to come up with a nice list of exercise options. And we're going to start by thinking about your home. Okay, we're going to start in the sphere or the realm of home. What options do you have in your home? So, an easy place to start is, do you have any exercise equipment? So, do you have an exercise ball? Do you have any of these fancy little bands? Do you have an exercise mat? Do you have any hand weights or maybe some ankle weights? Do you have a chair? Chairs can be used to do many, many things. Do you have a counter? Counters are a great place to do exercise. Maybe you'll be doing your exercise on your bed or your couch. If you're lucky enough, maybe you have an exercise bike or some kind of other cardiovascular type equipment. So write everything down, just, in enough words that you'll remember what you're talking about. While you're doing that, I also want you to think about or recall maybe any applications you've used in the past. So think about your phone and your computer. Have you done any online classes in the past? If so, write that down. How about on your phone? Did you have any applications that were around fitness that you've used in the past? Write that down. Do you know any websites that you used to go to for your exercise routines? Write that down. And if you don't have exercise routines, that you might do in your home, you can also check out my exercise snacks. They are in my Facebook feed, as well as more condensed and to the point versions on my YouTube channel, Andrea Nunn _exercise. So you can check those out. Okay, so we've got our list of options. Okay, we've gone through the home realm. Now we're going to branch out just a little bit, and we're going to go outside. Just imagine walking out your door, and what do you have around you? Think about what areas you may be able to exercise in. Maybe it's just going for a walk. Maybe you have a nice trail or a boardwalk if you're lucky enough. Maybe you have a little parkette. Maybe you have a larger park. Maybe you actually have a track. Maybe you have a community center. What does that mean? You might have access to a pool, access to a weight room, access to fitness classes, access to group sports like badminton and basketball. So check out your community center and see if it costs anything to start, and if they have check out their list of activities that are provided there. Other things that you might think about in your community, let's take, maybe you have a dance studio across the street. Maybe you have a gym, or maybe you know of a trainer that is close by and has a nice little studio. So I want you to write that down. I'm going to say should have at least 5 to 10 options listed. Let's hope. I want you to take some time today asking those around you, because those people around you might have even more ideas. Ask people that know you well, right? And, often they'll say, oh, well, you should try this with me. Well, you can consider that, because that's great. If they want to exercise with you, that is another brilliant option. So start talking to your family, your friends, maybe your colleagues, and see if they have any more exercise options for you. Let's hope you got a nice, huge page of options. And if not, if you only have 5, that is still significant. Now I'd like you, on one side of your options, I want you to list the easiest option, the number 1 easiest option, and then work your way through your list and decide, what's the next easiest, all the way up right to the end. Okay, so number 1 is the easiest, number 5 is the least easiest. And I'm not going to quantify or qualify what easy means. It's easy. It has to be easy for you. Okay, you get to decide. Now, on the other side, or make another column, I want you to list the one that you are most likely to do to the one that you are least likely to do. So maybe most likely would be, I don't mind jumping on the bike. That's pretty easy. But, when it comes to the weights, I don't know. I don't really like lifting weights. So maybe that will be your least likely. You decide. Okay, so we have our list in the middle. We have easy to difficult. We have most likely to least likely. And then you're going to go down your list and you're going to find that option that has the lowest numbers of easy to difficult, least likely to most likely to least likely. And you're going to, boom, zone in on that option. That will be your starting point. And you also have that big list where you have other options, right? If the first option isn't going to work, you have alternatives, okay? So this is the beginning process of creating your own personal sustainable exercise program. You got to pick stuff that you can do easily. You got to pick stuff that you want to do. And, you can start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes of that activity, if it makes sense, obviously. If you're going to go to a swimming pool, it's going to take a little more than 5 minutes. What happens is when we enter the exercise realm, even for a few minutes, suddenly it expands and we have done 10 or 15 minutes by the time we're finished. So you just have to get into that realm, whether it's that realm in the home, in your community, or maybe closer to your workplace. That's one thing I didn't mention. The work realm, you may have wellness options at work. You may have colleagues at work that you can exercise with or go for a walk. There may be certain physical facilities that are closer to your workspace. So that was a little bonus to add to your list of options. I want you to come back and join me each week. We're going to keep talking about your own personal exercise design, because I swear, exercise does not have to be difficult. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can use things that occur in your daily life and make that into an intentional exercise routine. So join me on design your own exercise program, and we shall see you soon. Bye.